Rushed Crisis Part 4 by Tito. Back over in the empty city terrain. Bam! Cling! Cling! Boom! Kaboom! The empty city quickly became flattened from the ongoing amazing battle. A three-way fight between vicious fighters with a mixture of pink, purple, and red blasts, filling not only on the ground but in the air too. The three contestants, Rue, Vanaha, and Rash, did not let up for even a single second as they traced the empty cities, buildings, vehicles, parks, and equipments with their insane speed and power. If one of the contestants landed a hit on another, the other contestant could now seize the moment with a kick or jab of their own. Even though there were finger blasts that echoed throughout the emptiness surrounding them, none of them actually landed on a single contestant, thanks to their deflection of their palms. However, this is the very reasoning of why the empty city was seemingly and utterly destroyed. Funny enough, Rue was constantly flipping the other two off as he used his middle finger to send out finger blasts in between their scuffle. All that was left from their incredible battle was a few pieces of buildings sticking out of the disturbed ground. Throughout their entire endeavor, Vanaha noticed that Rue seemed to be unstoppable as he easily took on both of them simultaneously without really realizing. This Rue guy, the stories are right about him. He's a problem, a natural element in this realm. It's like we're in his realm. I hate to say it, but we got to take him out, which means I got to settle on fighting Rue or retreating. He's almost as fast as me and way stronger than that Bologna head. If we don't take him out now... Vahana lands roughly onto the dirt floor while charging up for a finger blast. And every time I try to land a hit on the guy, Vanaha looks to find Rash dashing at her from behind. She uses her charged finger blast onto the floor to shoot her up in the sky. This pig belly always interrupts, so annoying. The finger blast impacting on the ground leaves a deep pit behind. Rue notices this with a wide grin. "Ah, seriously, stop running. That's all you're good for," Rash calls out, almost falling inside the pit. Rue leaps out from inside the pit and uppercuts Rash on the helmet, shattering it in the process. "Keep on your toes, Rash. I will never let up." Rue laughs triumphantly. Rue then leaps out of view, dodging a few incoming finger blasts from above before he deflects them with his palm. In a turn of event, Rue focuses his deflect by smacking it back up towards Vanaha. To her, Rash and Rue's shock, he managed to perform this feat perfectly and knocks Vanaha out from the sky. Rash rubs his eyes as if he couldn't believe what he had just saw. "What the? That eye's got to be the reasoning of your power. Give it to me." Vanaha, pre-fall, manages to land on her feet, and even barely dodging Rue's incoming attack. Damn it, how is he getting faster? Vanaha's eyebrow furrow, she is clearly frustrated. Just what the hell are yo? Rue grapples Vanaha by the mouth as he readies to slam her down. However, Rash, from behind, grapples Rue and performs a powerful pile driver. He called it the Red Raging Pile Drive. The ground breaks and cracks from the impact, causing more dirt to be lifted up from underground. "I finally got you," Rash says proudly. "Now, hand over that eye." Vanaha sinks her fingers into Rash's stomach with a slightly charged finger blast. "And I finally got you." She unleashes the blast onto Rash, who is sent flying backwards. "Go to hell." Rue brushes off Rash's attack with a smile. His helmet is also shattered along with part of his shoulders. "Nice hit. I knew I made the right choice finding and fighting you two. I haven't been this fired up since I've played games with my father, my older brothers, and my uncles in the tribe." Rue races towards Vanaha, deflecting her quick finger beams at him. She immediately stops her finger beams, remembering what he did before, and decides to keep her left-hand palm up to counter Rue's right-hand palm up. Both contestants go back and forth in their attempt to grappling the other. "I knew you're no ordinary human. Clearly. What tribe are you in? Vanaha demanded. Rue smirks. I have no idea what you're talking about, babe. Vanaha scoffs at his comment. Vanaha, thanks to her smaller stature, was able to evade Rue's grabs while Rue's reflexes were growing with every passing second. She even notes that Rash's reflexes pales in comparison. From above, Rash enters into the mix with charged-up red finger blasts. What? A scuffle without me? How dare you? Rash yells out as he sends out his charged blast. Sorry, but I'm gonna break up this happy couple. Wah-ha-ha-ha. I call this one Red Rover Double Sunday Mix. Both Rue and Vanaha, in that instance, turned to fix their attention at the charged blast. Their focus was solely on reflecting the attack right back towards Rash. In an epic turn of event, both contestants managed to execute it, shocking everyone, including Gutid but excluding a grinning Rue and a furious Vanaha, as the blast is sent right back at Rash. Heads up, Rue calls up. I said go to hell, Vanaha screams out. Luckily, Rash was already falling like a rock in the air, so the charged attack zips right past his helmet. Damn, that was too close, the husky jock exclaimed. Now Rash joins in the grappling party. It was a stalemate of broken armor, mentally tired minds and stances. The three take this moment to look over each opponent's damages. Rue slowly places his hands slightly behind his back during this distraction. Well, looks like we got ourselves in a Mexican standoff. Rash chuckled. Vanaha scoffs. Shut it, dullhead. What did you call me? Rash snapped. Stupid witch. Hey, Rue. You're a big name in competitive games like that. Band 1 pole hopper? What's your deal? You some Captain American super soldier or something? You are such an idiot, Vanaha said, rolling her eyes. I don't know about that, but we totally leveled this entire area. So, I have a proposal. Rue began, catching the attention of both contestants. His back was slightly fueling with pink-charged energy. As soon as the two contestants noticed, it was too late. How about we change the area? Let's destroy another spot. Where I came from. What an ironic twist of fate. Rue laughed as he unleashed his charged attack and grappled both contestants by the neck at the moment they were thrown backwards. His grip managed to crack their neck armor. Rue drags them forward towards the mountain range terrain. The Gutid were on the edge of their seat as they watched with thrill pasted on their faces. Over in the mountain range terrain. Not too longer after leaving the empty city terrain, Rue is seen tearing up the now dry, sandy flat floors with each contestant in each hand. Rue then throws both contestants forward into the side of a nearby small-sized mountain before flicking them off and sending out pink finger blasts their way. The impact causes the mountain to shake viciously. Large cracks form at the bottom, then rise up towards the peak. Within moments, the small-sized mountain collapses. Ha! That must be one of the mountains I headbutted before. Rash sends out a red finger beam towards Rue, who deflects it with ease. Rash has a crazed grin stretching across his face. That really hurt, man. God, I'm having so much fun. Rash dashes forward, which promotes Rue to run full speed towards him as well. Both of the fighters collide into each other, which knocks both of them back from the force they produced. You know, you should really laugh like rah-ha-ha-ha-ha, since it goes with your name, Rue points out. Huh, I never thought of that, Rash shouted. Bring it on, Rue. Rah-ha-ha-ha. The two contestants continue in this manner, colliding back and forth with uppercuts, headbutts, gut kicks, and blocks so powerful from their strength, it created craters from where they stood. Even the sandy ground beneath them flinches from their impacts. Vanaha's backside is completely shattered. She grunts while watching the two contestants duke it out. She sends out charged blasts towards them while they collide at each other, and both were knocked back from the blast. Hey, what the? Rue and Rash called out. Butt out! Idiots! Nothing but brain-dead simpleton idiots, Vanaha spat out. She goes for another charged purple finger blast, but something catches her eye. In her peripheral vision, she sees Tamarok hiding behind enormous pieces of a mountain. Vanaha doesn't falter for a moment as she goes for another charged blast attack on the boys, but they deflect her attack. Stupid broad. You're not gonna sit back and enjoy the show. Your armor doesn't look like it to too much damage, Vanaha thought. She repositions herself to have her back towards where Tamarok was hiding at. Tamarok peeks around the piece of mountain to keep an eye on all three contestants. Vanaha charges up another blast and acts as if she is aiming at the boys. Go on, look at them, Vanaha thinks. Right when Tamarok looks away, Vanaha unleashes her blast towards the ground to send her flying backwards, towards the piece of mountain. Tamarok places her hands to try and block an incoming attack, but due to her speed, Vanaha manages to land a hit onto Tamarok's armor. Don't mess with me, Vanaha announced. Tamarok is overtaken by the blast. Rue and Rash were now seen pushing each other back on pure strength alone, with each of their fists pressed up against then others. The sandy ground beneath them sinks into deeper craters from the intense pressure they were building while their armor cracks around their wrist. I guess this is the climatic end, eh? Rash says. Rue laughs. This could be. May the best player win. Both contestants push forward with all that they had. Rash notices that Rue's strength was slowly gaining the upper hand. What a beast, Rash thought to himself. I'm feeling my limit here. At the same time, both contestants let go of their power struggle before they enter into a back-and-forth clash of jabs. Rash tries to grab at Rue, but thanks to his superior skills in mixed martial arts, he manages to escape from Rash's grasp before he was fully grappled. In no time flat, Rash was completely outmatched by Rue's overall hand combat skills as he continued to take a rough couple of jabs to his chest and face. Rash tries one last attempt to grapple him by diving into the ground at Rue's feet. Rue leaps over Rash and slams his feet onto his back, which shatters Rash's armor. In a swift motion, Rue rear bear hugs Rash off the ground and slams him backwards with all his might. In respect to Rash, he calls his move Pink Bear Hug. Rash was half buried underground from the impact, leaving only his lower body sticking out. Thanks, Rash. You left me with a good itch. Rue eliminates Rash out of the game with a pink finger blast. Close by, we find Tamarok's armor was now cracked, with her left side shoulder and part of her chest shattered. Both girls were quick and agile. Vanaha was gaining the upper hand thanks to her speed. She delivered a swift kick to Tamarok's chest, who counters with a green finger beam to Vanaha's chest. Stay down, will you? Vanaha was growing restless to eliminate Tamarok. Her sights were more focused on the boys' fight, which suddenly went quiet. Eh? Why did it get so quiet suddenly? Did someone get eliminated? Are they working together now? Vanaha feared the worst, thinking the boys were now working together to eliminate her out of the competition. This single moment of distraction gave Tamarok enough space to showcase her personal skills with her green finger blasts. With incredible control, Tamarok was able to surf the literal sandy ground, using her body as the sail, and form her own wind by using her finger blasts to sweep sharply across at ridiculous speeds. I can tell that she's not focusing on me. I must quickly utilize this, Tamarok thinks to herself. She then delivers a powerful punch onto a piece of Vanaha's cracked armor. Vanaha tries to retreat, but due to Tamarok's swiftness, Vanaha was suddenly struck again and again. Damn it, Vanaha cursed. Her speed is crazy, even too fast for me to keep up with that. Is she surfing? Her foot catches a piece of rubble on the ground, causing her to go off balance for just a split second. What? Tamarok doesn't allow this to go unnoticed. She uses both of her charged fingers to unleash a blast that eliminates Vanahaw out of the competition. Tamarok looks over in the distance to find Rue watching. He stares back with a smile. The group of Gooted gasp as they had seen Tamarok do something she hasn't done before. She smiled, genuinely smiling back at Rue. She and Rue take the time to slowly walk over towards each other. They stop about 20 feet from one another and allow the tension to grow in the air. The Gooted were on the edge of their seats,